welcome along to ArsenalFanTV for our preview of the North London derby, brought to you today in association with OneFootball, the excellent football app. Don't forget, before the game on Saturday, you can download the app. You can get the team selections of both teams, both Arsenal and Spurs, and also there's some excellent content on there regarding all of the different players, whether you want to talk about Harry Kane, Dele Alli, or you want to talk about the big boys, like Alexis and Ozil and people like that. Check out the OneFootball app. Now, I've got with me the boys from We Are Spurs. We Are Tottenham TV. My apologies. My apologies. Same thing, isn't it?
Of course, it's Tottenham, mate. Get the name right. It's all important. All important.
All right, listen, I'm glad that you guys could be here. Well, actually, I don't know, man.
We're not glad.
Did you sort your visa out before you came across that bridge?
Just
But anyway, listen.
Preparation for coming to the Emirates. Yeah, a bit of a smell round here.
Listen, you see, this is what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? They get a little pass to come over here and they're starting getting cheeky. Right, listen, right, we're going to talk about the game, the North London derby on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. Arsenal versus Tottenham in it. Now, it's a massive, massive game for both teams. It always is anyway, but this season, it's got a bit of more of a edge to it, more spice to it, because Spurs currently above Arsenal in the league. Spurs playing well. They won the Champions League the other day when they beat Real Madrid. Right? But listen, they're playing well at the moment. How are you guys feeling about the game?
I think this game. Well, this game's really important. I think it's got an added edge, not just because of the rivalry, but because I think it's a really important game in terms of both team seasons. The draw's not good enough for either team. Both teams really need a win in this game. We need to be catching up with City. You need to kind of be chasing top 5, so you kind of need the 3 points. But it obviously you need to get that 5th spot. You sort of start up Europa League. You need to make sure that happens.
You've got a cheek to be. You know what? No, hold on. Now you've got a cheek to be telling people about the Europa League. You've only just. This is the first time you've been in. You've had a little run in the Champions League. We've been in it for 20 years.
We're living in the present, Robbie. This is the state of play at the moment. That's what's happening.
Okay.
All right, we're chasing the titles. You're chasing the Europa League, but whatever.
Well, you've been chasing the titles for the past couple of seasons, and you haven't won it.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Hopefully, if we can get 86 points like we did last season, or maybe even we got more points this season than we did this stage last season, so we're improving. Listen,
so you're confident ahead of the game then?
I'm confident we can get a result in this game for sure. Arsenal, the last 3 seasons that we've played at the Emirates, we've been the better team in all 3. In my opinion, all 3 of those games, Arsenal have kind of.
I'd say last year you were. I
think the last 2 or 3 seasons we've been the better team, and Arsenal have kind of scraped the draw with like random goals from like Kieran Gibbs and our own goal from Wimmer. I think we need to just keep it tight. I think we've got such a strong defence that if we just play our game, we press high, your back through, we can get at them. I'm confident about that. Obviously, this rivalry, the form book kind of goes out the window always. You've got such a strong front 3 that you've got to be wary of that. But I am confident we can get a result in this game.
What about you? Confident?
I am confident, but growing up as a Spurs fan, it's terrible going into school the next day after the North London derby.
No Spurs fans went to school.
You were up there, we were down here, and gradually over the years it levelled out. And now I think we're just flirting with getting above you lot. I think this game is a really good opportunity to stamp our authority in North London. The shift has happened, or it's happening. You know it, Robbie. Don't.
Now, hold on, listen. What have you won?
We haven't won.
Mauricio Pochettino is a good manager. Is he a good manager or is he a good coach? Because a good coach can bring through young players and make players better, like what he's done with Harry Kane and Dele Alli and that. But a good manager wins trophies. He has not won a trophy yet. He's not won anything. Not a League Cup, not a Tea Cup, nothing. What makes you think that there's a shift in power? He ain't won anything. You ain't won anything.
He's a very young manager. He's taken Spurs to. We were really bad when he took over. We were in a really bad way.
You weren't that bad. You had that.
You had. Bad about your up front, for God's sake.
Yeah, but just before that, you had Harry Redknapp. You had Gareth Bale. You were knocking on the door then.
After Redknapp and Boas, it went down and went on a big downslope. And when Poch came in, he's lifted us to challenging for the title.
How many years has he been there?
3 years now.
And what's he won?
Nothing.
Right.
But it's coming.
Let me ask you, what's he won?
He hasn't won anything as of yet. But this is
how's there a power shift Arsene Wenger, right? No matter what criticism he's had over the years or whatever, over the last 4 seasons, has won 3 trophies. 3.
Yeah.
In that time, Pochettino, you said he's been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
He has not won anything. Zero.
Let me ask you this question, Robbie. If a player right now is choosing between joining Spurs and joining Arsenal, who do they choose if we bid the same
Arsenal.
money? No, they don't. They choose at the moment.
If they bid the same money, they'll come to Arsenal.
No, they won't.
You don't pay no money anyway. You don't want to pay none of your players any wages, but that's another matter.
You think a player would choose Arsenal over Spurs right now?
Yes, I
looking
do.
at both teams. Why?
Yeah.
Why
Because
would
it's
they
a
choose
bigger
Arsenal?
club. Because it's a bigger club. It has more of for a player coming in from around the world, or for even from the UK. Even from the UK. Listen,
you're on the rise and one team's on the down at the moment. That's clear.
You're on the rise,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm not going to deny that. I'd be stupid to deny that.
Right.
But I still think that a player looking out there is looking at Arsenal as a bigger club and would be thinking to himself, well, all right, they might be on a little bit of a downer at the moment, but I still think long term, I'll go with Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's a bigger club. That's what I think.
I think at the moment Spurs are a young up-and-coming team. We're fresh, we're vibrant. We got a young manager with fresh ideas who's not going stale. We have players like Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Eriksen, some of the best in Europe who are at an age where they're in their prime. They're not even in their prime. They're coming up to their prime. We have such a solid defence. We have a really solid base, and we have a manager who is saying all the right things at the moment in terms of being here long term, really making a thing of not just being here in the short term, 2-3 years, and off to Madrid for like a couple of years, then being obscurity. He wants to be here for a long time.
Madrid, he'd have been sacked. Exactly. In 3 years without a trophy,
yeah, but
he'd be out, wouldn't he?
Different level to Madrid, and I think looking at Arsenal.
That's what I heard the other day when you beat them, but yeah.
Obviously, as a club, we're a different level to Madrid, but. Comparing to Arsenal, you can see a team. There are players, who aren't signing contracts. Your best players, they want to leave. They don't want to be there. He hasn't been able to organise a defence for a number of years now, 5-6 years. Until you get a new, I agree with you that Arsenal probably at the moment still a bigger club, and I don't think the power has completely shifted just yet. But until Wenger leaves and you get a fresh new manager and someone who can inspire something new in this club, I think players will choose Spurs over Arsenal.
I think until you win something major, right? I still think that you cannot say there's been a power shift. I still think you have to look on it and say that Pochettino, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful because he has done a great job for you guys and you're definitely on the rise, but he's had opportunities over the past couple of seasons where he's bottled it. Bottled it last year. They had a great chance of winning the league. And he bottled it, and he bottled it the year before when it was Leicester won the league as well.
How can you say we bottled it last year when Chelsea went on a run of 15 games?
Because when it came down to those crunch games that you
really
really
against West Ham.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Crunch game, West Ham, everybody was going there smashing them up. We had a terrible season in the league. We went there, put 5 past them. You went there.
The league was gone.
The league weren't gone then. The league weren't gone then. That was the crunch. It was gone after that. It was gone after 90 minutes.
No, before then.
It was gone after that. Right now, you bottled it. Come on. Would Chelsea have gone to West Ham when they was chasing the title and lost that? Would City have done it? They wouldn't. He bought, and then the season before. Same thing at Chelsea, where you could have passed Leicester. So I think it's too premature to say there's a power shift until if you win a league this season and we don't win anything. I think you can start to say that. I think at the moment you need to temper that down and say you're on the rise, you're on an upward curve,
exactly. And you're on a downward curve,
and we're having a tough time at the moment. But still remember your place, because we've still won things.
Yeah, remember.
Would you swap our positions? If I said to you, you can have Tottenham where they are right now, and we're going to be where Arsenal are right now, would you take it?
Our fans would probably still be having a bit of a moan up because the expectations at Arsenal are high. It's not just about we're doing. Listen, I want to be challenging, and you guys are challenging. So
and you want to be in the Champions League, you want to be
right.
A big club.
Yes, but it's about. But you've got to win. When you're at Arsenal, it's about when we finished second in the league, right, above you guys. We was happy that we finished above you.
Happy?
Just
you
for
like you won the league.
No, we were happy because no. Don't get it twisted. We were happy because it's great to finish above Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always want to do that. But we were still not happy because we didn't compete to win the league. You guys would have been over the moon with that. Because you'd have been like, you celebrate.
You just said we weren't happy because you didn't compete to win the league. You didn't say you weren't happy because you didn't win the league.
No, we didn't win the league, yeah.
But you said compete. You said you were
No, actually I meant to win the league. We didn't win the league.
Yeah, but
we finished second.
Listen,
and we want to win.
The league,
this club is built to win leagues, right? And we haven't been doing that over the past few seasons, hence why fans have been disappointed.
But I think what Arsenal fans are more unhappy with is not that, yes, they're unhappy you haven't won the league, but what they're really unhappy is that you actually haven't been competing. You haven't been up there. You haven't been in title challenges. You've just been scraping top 4 every season.
Don't worry about us. What are you worried about us
I'm
for?
not worried. I'm not worried. I'm just saying that's
yeah, Arsenal fans.
I'm saying if you are actually challenging for the league title, I don't think there would be that much disgruntlement as there is now. If you look at Spurs,
we would be happy that we're challenging for the league.
Exactly.
But come the end of the season, when we don't win it, we'd be very upset. You guys, you're still having parties and stuff like that because, it's Pochettino still the greatest manager in the world. He ain't won a thing. That's what I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to make.
He's still in his 40s. He's not an old manager. Wenger's he's been in the game for another extra 30 years on him. He's got to make his way in the league.
Well, he's been there for another 20 years. Would he think he'd win it by then?
Who Pochettino?
Yeah.
Why not? I don't see why we can't win a league while Pochettino.
He'll be off to somewhere by then, but.
You'll say, well, that remains to be seen. I think Pochettino's going to be here for a long time, at least another 4 or 5 years at least. Especially going into the new stadium, he's going to be there. I think all our big players. I think especially this summer, they're all going to come with us into the new stadium. We're not going to let go of any big players. So I think we have the foundations. I think so. I think the way things are going, I think we are going to challenge for the league again this season. I don't know if we'll win it because Man City are just ridiculous, but I think we'll have a chance to challenge for the league. And I think if you look at last season, we got 86 points at the end of the day. Yeah, Chelsea got the second most points Premier League total of any Premier League team of all time. So it's hard to compete with that, especially when they didn't have Europe and we did last season. We got 86 points, which I think might be enough if we got that this season to win the league. That's a very good total. We won 13 of our last 14 matches. So I don't think you can say when it really comes to it, we bottled it because I think winning 13 of our last 14 matches, each one of those is important. Each one of those is a crucial crunch match. Fantastic. And just because
when you come to that one, you're on it. 13 game run. Oh, wait a minute. 13 game run. It's going brilliant. Yeah. Who we got next week, guys? West Ham. Oh, that's easy. Easy game. You bottled it.
Chelsea had just beaten Everton to go 7 points.
And you had to win that game. That was a must-win game, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Chelsea had Sunderland and Middlesbrough. They needed 3 points out of the game.
You've got to put pressure on.
I know we have pressure, but realistically, the lead had already gone by that game. That's the truth.
So before that game, you think that the players went out there and said, we've got West Ham tonight, but the league's already gone.
I'm just saying. When it really mattered, we were the only team to keep pace with Chelsea. We were the only team to win each week, and that game.
You bottled it.
We lost. We didn't keep pressure on that game. We did bottle it. It was a very poor game.
Thank you.
One game, right? But I think each game. I think it's unfair to base our whole season on that one game when each game is a crunch game. Why we didn't bottle in any other game coming up to that? And that's 13 games in a row. We're 13 out of 14 games.
The one that mattered.
Why is that the one that mattered? Why?
It's all right saying we bottled that game against West Ham, but we didn't bottle the title. It's a completely different thing.
You did. Because that one game, you said you was on that incredible.
If we won that game, we would have won the title. We wouldn't.
You would have put pressure on Chelsea, and you would have had a chance of winning the title. As I said, that's just my opinion. Yeah, it's just my opinion, and a lot of other Arsenal fans that you bottled it.
Obviously, I know you say they're trying to get to us.
I'm not trying to get. Listen, you lot turned up here. It smells round here, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Right, and I still took that. Now, listen. Match predictions for the game.
Yeah. I'm confident that we can come here, play our game, play our high press. We do rarely concede, even in big games, we rarely concede more than a goal because we have a very strong defence. So I'm confident we can come here and I think we can get a 2-1 win. I'm hoping so, obviously. Usually you kind of sneak a draw, as I said before, but what we're very good at, is we're very good at cutting off supply lines to big players. If you see in those last 3 games, the big players didn't really do much. Ozil, we're very good at shackling players like Ozil and Sanchez and just cutting off the supply lines to them. So I'm hoping we do the same on Saturday. What's different this time is you actually have a striker instead of a Giroud who's actually going to run in behind and give us something else to think about. Oh, Giroud's not going to start. I'm thinking Lacazette will probably start. Who knows with Wenger? He might drop him. But so that will give us something else to think about. But with Xhaka and Ramsey in centre mid, or with Ramsey out of Coquelin, I'm really confident we can dominate that centre midfield. I think we definitely have the weapons with Harry Kane, who has a 100% scoring record in North London derbies, and Dele Alli, Eriksen to really hurt you. And I'm confident we can get a really positive result.
Look, it's a North London derby, so form goes out the window and all that. I think if you come and play your football and try and attack us, that will really play into our hands. Teams that come and play against us, they don't usually get much success. We struggle against teams that put 11 men behind the ball and try stifle us. But having said that, it is a North London derby. We've only won once here, ever. So it's tough, but I'm confident. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the Spurs. Harry Kane, if he scores, will be the first player ever to score 6 goals in a row in North London derbies.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm going to go for Arsenal winning by 2-1. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think, I can't disagree with the guys that, Spurs are playing very well. I can't disagree with that they have a very good defence and they are good at shackling players, but I think this place, the atmosphere is going to be popping. I think the international break kind of came at the right time. I think better for us.
For both teams, injuries.
Because we were coming off the back of a loss. You guys are coming off the back of a win. I think Spurs, they've been good this season, but then I look at other results. The Palace one, they just about scraped it. Yeah. Chelsea, they lost. They lost to Man United. They beat Real Madrid. Why is everybody carrying on like they are some superstar team? They're a very good team. We've played a lot of very good teams there and beaten them. So I'm going for Arsenal winning by 2-1. What do you guys think? Leave your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to download the Excellent One Football app. Putting out a message that if you see these two guys here at the weekend, don't beat them up. They're all right, right? Even though they made that comment about it as well, right? But they are actually all right guys, right? What's your channel called? We Are Tottenham. Tottenham. We Are Tottenham TV. I don't know if you'd want to, right? But you might be a Spurs fan watching this. You might go check out their channel and subscribe to it. But no, listen, all jokes aside, really looking forward to the game. Let's hope it's a really good game, because some of the big games this season have been real anticlimaxes, haven't they?
Yeah,
some of the game.
So,
but for some reason, I don't think this is going to be. I think both teams are going to be pumped for this game, and let's hope for a big Arsenal win. So yeah.
Let's not.
Nice one.
Subscribe to ArsenalFanTV.